We're here with Eric Seats. Eric, you are so multi-talented. Do you want to introduce yourself so everybody can know like what you do? Because I know what you do, but just tell the world.
First of all, thank you. My name is Eric Seats. I'm a producer, a drummer. I'm getting into videography. I'm a few different things. Some sort of renaissance man, I guess, I hear. So, but yeah, here playing the drums with Miss Lalah Hathaway tonight. What's up, it's your dude Seats. I'm leaving Patti Labelle in Washington, and now I'm headed to New York with Miss Lalah Hathaway. It's been a while. I've been gone pretty much most of the summer with Miss Labelle, so I've missed at least the last 10 Lalah Hathaway shows, but it's good to be back, man.
Miss Lalah Hathaway tonight. Where are you next week? Who are you playing with next week?
Miss Patti Labelle.
How do you do it, Eric? I mean, your schedule is like crazy. I mean, how do you do it, you know, on paper? How do you work it out? And how do you do it physically?
Wow. It's not something that I actually try to plan. I'm just fortunate enough that I haven't missed very many shows with either one of them. They're just kind of, the shows landed between each other, and that's good for me, you know. Every once in a while to catch up to me, and I can't do something, like I missed maybe a few Lalah shows this summer, because Miss Labelle was so busy, but I don't know how I do it. It's not something that I have, like I'm strategic about, and just have this laid out kind of map or anything. It's just the Lord.
Right, yeah. So let me ask you this, Eric. How long have you been in the game? Because when I did my little research on you, I was like, okay, he's a drummer, you know, you're downplaying it, but tell us like some of the projects and things that you've actually been involved with over the years.
How much time, yeah. I graduated from a performing arts high school, which kind of helped out because they were putting us to work while we were in school.
So you did the fame thing?
That's exactly what my high school was like. And then graduated from there and went to a performing arts college, which was another level of the high school. So, and then right after that, I started touring with a high school classmate, John B. And he had just put out a single called "Someone to Love." We graduated together, and so that's a lot of. We used to produce disc school, and I'm not condoning that, but just to go do music and do tracks and just push them out like that. But
so tell us some of the tracks that you have produced. Be ready to be blown away.
My partner, Dr. Stewart from Key Beats Inc. We produced. Let me see. 702s, Where My Girls At, came out. That was our first radio.
Basically all of my favorite songs.
But it wasn't the first song produced on a record or placed. And then from there it spiraled to some Destiny's Child, some Shantae Moore, Dave Hollister. And then we ended up doing Aliyah's whole last record pretty much. About 9 or 11 songs on that, the last record, the Red Album.
Wow.
Some DMX, and you know, it was just it's a snowball effect. So, we can name drop, but you know,
exactly. You know, I'm thinking, Eric, you know, when you introduce yourself to someone, do you know, if somebody doesn't know who you are in the game, and they say, what do you do? What do you tell them? People ask me, what do I do? I do so many things. I just say, oh, a little bit of everything. But what do you say?
It depends on who's asking. It depends on what I feel like talking about.
Because you could be talking all day.
You can feel out people's energy. If it gradually gets into it, I'd rather it flow. So I don't want to just lay out my
because you have a long the list.
applying for a job or something. So over time, you'll learn more about me, but you're not gonna find out everything in a day.
Right.
I wouldn't even let that happen.
Exactly.
That's too much talk.
Exactly. So let me ask you this, because I don't know if I told you, I wrote a book called Success Looks Good on Me.
Awesome.
And it's a motivational book. And what I always try to do is ask people like what type of obstacles you had to overcome to get to where you're at today.
I had to get out of my own way. And I don't think that anybody has a place to blame anybody else. It's really just, it's usually fear of the unknown. And so my leap of faith was leaving a 9-to-5 job.
Wow.
You know, I've done landscaping. I had to tell my boss, okay, I need to take a leave of absence for 6 months.
Wow.
Montel Jordan wanted me to go on tour. You know,
wow.
doing that. This is how we do it. And so that tour lasted longer than my leave, and so I had to make a decision. I say, do I want to? This is my dream I'm pursuing now. Do I want to go for it, or am I just going to say, okay, I'm going to bank on this 9-to-5 stability kind of thing? Because I heard about how unstable this is. And even though that's not my story, I've been hearing it. There's so much negative stuff that you hear about, but it's really what you make of it, how you carry yourself. You're either going to be called back or not. So those things, what comes with that is being responsible. Everybody's talented, but not everybody's professional. Punctuality.
I think you put the point.
And it doesn't matter what we're speaking about. We can be talking about farming right now, or the grocery store industry, whatever it is. You know, eventually your reputation will precede you. So thank God that it's been good. And so that's been a lot of times when you show cats know your resume, you don't have to talk about all that. You know, your work will speak for itself.
Wow.
So it's just, I can't wait to see what I'm good at, because I'm not finished. And I still have other dreams that I'm going to pursue. I watch my words. You know, you watch those words. I'm trying, hope, wish. You need to speak with a little more confidence, not, you know, just with a little faith behind it.
Exactly.
You got it. That's just.
You sound like you've been reading.
I plan to.
That's what I was going to ask you. What can we expect to see from you in the future? Like, are there any things that you're specifically?
Okay, I'm gonna take y'all out of music because everything is not music. People know me for music, but that's not it. So I have a book that's coming in. It's dedicated to. I have 2 daughters. It's dedicated to them. It's dad's 2 cents to his daughters.
Oh, wow.
So it's just like me giving them advice. Because it's hard for women to accept advice from a man on a relationship tip or a male-female just cordially. But women listen when you're talking to your daughters. It's a different approach. In that way, I can still express myself and, you know, save them some time, show them words. Traveling. You can read, you can study, you can, something about visiting a place. It's hard to judge something if you haven't touched it or smelled it or tasted it. And, you know, you can't read about Texas and know everything, you know, I don't like it there. You know, you have to go. So, 55 countries later, and all of the United States several times.
Oh my God.
That's the real college. That's the college, because at the end of the day, I don't speak all of those languages, but body language, just being able to communicate outside of what you're used to, that's a cool challenge for you to, you know, check off your list, you know. Keep growing. And keep exploring. So I'm wearing a bunch of hats right now that I was scared to wear. I didn't want certain responsibilities, but after I realized you can't pay nobody 15% enough to care. You the only one laid up in the bed and feeling like wondering what's your next best move. Really, it's not your management. It can't be them because they're not you.
They don't have that passion like you do.
It's like having a kid. Your dream is your kid. You can put up for adoption or if you want to, or you can deal with it. You know, you raise it. You invest in yourself. And so a lot of people I hear that, number one, that can't get their stuff going is because they keep saying stuff like I can't. And that's just simple. But they can't imagine paying for certain things either. You know, if you need some photos done, go pay for some photos.
It's worth it.
That's nobody else's job to do. You know, you should want to do that. As many things as you can do for yourself until further notice. And then let God do that.
You sound like me. I say my little, you know, when you had to do the little high school quote, my quote was, you don't get chances, you take them. So it's like you can't sit back and just wait for opportunities to fall in your lap. And it sounds like you've been chasing all of your dreams, Eric. So let me just ask you one last question, because I know you guys are about to start the concert in less than an hour. for that person that is sitting at home saying, oh, you know, I wish I could be doing this, or I want to be successful at this or that or the other, what is like one thing, you know, one piece of advice that you could just tell them just to get started?
I would tell them, don't wait for it to drop in a lump sum.
Okay.
Everything doesn't have to happen overnight. Just chisel away at it, but make sure you really chiseling away at it. So if your fictitious name needs to be registered, just go register it, get that out the way. Just it's baby steps, and then the next thing you know, you look around, it's like, dang, you didn't realize how much you've done, and a lot of that stuff. That's just it, really.
Right,
just don't be in your own way. Watch those words. Speak positivity into your own life, and then like-minded individuals will surface. Then y'all can get more done because you're around a lot more people that think like yourself.
Wow.
You know.
Yeah. I was so excited to meet Eric because, like I said, he sounded so positive online, but just here meeting you, you can really get his vibe. He's just really cool and inspiring. So we really appreciate you taking our time with us, Eric. It was really cool meeting you, and hope to connect with you in the future.
Yep. And much love to everybody. Follow those dreams and get around people that can help you. And watch those people that are not helping. There's a lot of verbal, you know. Don't let anybody hinder your dream.
Right.
That's between you and God.
Exactly. Thank you so much, Eric. We appreciate it.
Yes, no problem. Thank you.